Okay, let's fill in all the rest of our notes. Now, let's simplify all the rules that we've learned down to just a few that we'll keep in mind while we work this. Because if you think about all the rules all the time, you're just going to get bogged down. So, the way I like to do this is just to keep a couple things in mind. And then after I finish it, I'll go back and make sure I haven't broken anything else weird. Um, so, the things I'm going to keep in mind is that number one, I like contrary motion. I want to do contrary motion as much as possible. Number two, I don't need to think about harmony all that much as long as I stay in key and I don't use any seconds or sevenths. Those are the dissonances that we don't like in this kind of counterpoint. So I'm going to stay away from seconds and sevenths. Otherwise, as long as I stay in key, I should be pretty good. And number three, we got to watch out for those parallel fifths and octaves. We don't want to do that. And, in general, and this isn't a rule per se, this will just keep you out of trouble, is just in general avoiding octaves or unisons on anything other than the beginning and the end, the very first and very last note. Octaves just don't sound all that great for this. So if you avoid them, you will also avoid parallel octaves. So let's work through it and see what we can find. Okay, so I've started off on a unison. Now, what's my next note? The first thing I want to try to do is use contrary motion. So I want to try to go up. So what would happen if I did a D here? My interval would be a third, and that would be just fine. All right, so let's do it. And check it out. This harmony, same as that one. So we're already creating kind of a mirror, which is nice. That's a nice sound. It's not a rule or anything, but it's nice. Okay, this one's going down, so my default is to try to go up to try to make contrary motion if I can. So what happens if I go to E? If I go to E, I'm going to land on a fifth, an A to E. That could be okay, but I don't love the sound of a fifth for the same reason I just said I don't love the sound of an octave. So let's see if we can avoid it. We could do a skip here. Instead of a step, we could do a skip up, and that puts us on a sixth, which is still contrary motion. A sixth is good. We like sixes. So let's try that. Okay, now down here we have a skip going up. So we want to go down. Now check it out. Now I can go down by a step, and I've landed on a third.